dog. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I am just gonna keep this short. This is a painting video. I am painting a painting and it's a different kind of painting that I have ever painted before. I'm very excited to show you. I hope you enjoy the process of me painting this painting. So I start with the background, big, colorful red. I adore this red color. It's really strong, maybe a little bit too strong for my taste actually. So it needs to calm way down. But that is how the original painting is, so what can I do? Then again, I could, of course, just take my own spin at it. I could have done it with completely different colors, but I kind of like the style of the colors with the completely dramatic red background and the completely dramatic dark red of is it a cape? It looks like a cape to me. This girl is a drama queen. I really want to know the background of this lady. What was the artist thinking when he painted it? How long did it take him for painting it? But it's all questions that I'm not gonna get answered unless I, of course, Google it and read up about it or watch a documentary about the artist. All that fun stuff. But I'm not gonna do that because I'm trying to not have a heat stroke. And trying not to have a heat stroke means doing as little as possible. And that's what I'm doing. It took me over a week to paint this painting. Usually it only takes me 2 to 5 days, and that is more than enough for me because I am so quick to lose interest in what I'm doing, and as soon as it gets over 5 days I'm just going, this is good enough, and then I kind of give up on it. That's also why one of other paintings I took a break from it, and it was almost 2 years before I picked up the painting again to finish it. That was not what's gonna happen with this painting. I needed to finish this painting. It was really tough for me. Getting the right colors, getting the right shade, just this cape alone took me way too long. As soon as I started with the dress, everything seemed to come together. Everything seemed to be looking like a person now. I knew I had the left arm wrong and I needed to redraw it, but it only made me more determined to actually get the colors of the shading correctly. And when I added some black into the dress, it made me think that this could actually be a person, a real life person. I'm very happy about how the painter did not concentrate on the face or the hands, because the face and the hands are so difficult for me to paint. The paint that I have chosen for the skin tone was way too thin, so it had to have a billion coats on it. I had to build up its layer because the background was so dark. Always go from light to dark, never from dark to light. It never ends well, and yet I always do it. It's like I don't learn from my mistakes when I am panic painting, and this whole painting was a giant panic paint. It is not something I'm proud of, but it happens sometimes when you're randomly doing stuff without thinking. And I believe that I actually wasn't ready to paint this painting, but I did it because then without it I actually didn't have anything to paint. But it's okay because as soon as I started to put in some lighter colors on the dress, especially on her hip, it all seemed to come together. I could light up the dress and then darken it and light it up again, and it all seemed to work for me. Dark colors are actually very hard for me to work with, and that is something I've recently found out. The background and her hair thingy she's wearing, I have no idea what's happening with her hair. Is that her hair color? Is it a bun? Is it part of her cape? I have no idea, but I am very excited about it, and I am also very annoyed about it because I have no idea how to make this. I am keeping calm. I'm telling myself to keep calm, but I am stressing the freak out because her head is in an angle, and kind of angle where I have no idea how to put shade down on her neck. I know I have to use a kind of green to match with the kind of yellow that I'm putting down as a skin tone, but the layers are so thin that I feel like it would never work. So I moved on to the face. I thought I could use a black marker for the eyelids, but that kind of marker does not go well on 1,000 layers of acrylic paint, so I only marked it up and then I took my finest brush and then I painted it with actual paint. And that's when I realized that the face is actually more detailed than I first realized in the original painting, and I love that. Painting a painting from another artist, because you suddenly see all the small details. I look at what the artist did and I try to copy it, and I have no idea how to copy it, but I try my best to imitate, and also I try to make it my own special kind of painting. And because my skills are so limited as they are, it really does become my kind of painting. People can see what it is I was trying to do, but they can also see a little bit of me in it, and and I really love that. The face was really my biggest challenge. That is also why I feel like I have asked my way on it, but I am okay with it. And I didn't think I would ruin this painting until I tried to shade her face. Like when I tried to put some red on her face to liven her up, because she looked very dead in my version of it. And that's where I think everything went wrong. I should not have done that. So all of a sudden, the red was just shining through, like someone had taken an eraser and erased all the thousands of layers of yellow skin tone, and I was right back at the red. That was a mistake. And then I tried to fix it by putting some on her neck, which made it even worse. I should not have done that. I need to be more careful with red. The neckline would not work with me at all. I kept going back and forth between the cape of this person's attire and back to the hand and back to the neck and back to the cape. I could not figure out how to do it, so I gave up on it completely and then started working on the necklace. I take a Posca pen, now that I have a Posca pen, to paint the necklace. It's kind of the perfect tool for making the necklace. Otherwise, I should take my small brush and make perfect circle dots with that one, and that would never have worked, and I would never have come to like this painting if that was what I was gonna do. Anyway, I found out a fun fact about this painting, because you know, when you're taking a break from recording, you Google stuff, and this is actually the painter's wife. He painted, and that's why she's so pretty. That's my opinion. I think she's very pretty in this painting, and it is also the only painting I could find of her. There is no picture, like a photograph or anything. Now that I'm making this hair thingy into a turban, I really have no idea what I'm doing. I am just faking my way into this painting, and it is working, because the more I fiddle with the colors, the more it actually takes shapes. Most of the points of this painting, I didn't even put the paint out in my paint palette. I just took it directly from the tube because that was easier, because you know, it's so dang hot outside. I feel like as soon as I put the paint down in my paint palette, it would dry out because everything is melting. I am so uncomfortable. I just want to walk around in a bathing suit, but I can't do that because we're not at the beach. I mean, this whole painting, it is very frustrating, and a little bit of white, a little bit of yellow, and a little bit of green could dim down that strong red that I was so passionate about, and it's fine. I find it weird that her arms are green in the original painting, but I also love it because that's just some kind of shadow that the painter chose, and it's fine, but it's so confusing because she's wearing blue and red, standing in front of a red background, and why is her arm green? It's weird, but I am accepting it as a fact. Yeah, there's really nothing more to say about it. I didn't even finish the lips because I thought, yeah, if I try to fiddle more with the lips, I'm just gonna ruin it even more. And I kind of love that I didn't do anything about the lips, because now I actually love the painting. It's a weird process, but this is every time I paint. I hate everything about it because my painting skills are not very good, but the more I paint, the better I will get at painting. People say, especially my husband, because he's so nice and supportive, and it is so sweetly and annoying because I know I'm good at painting and he tells me I'm good at painting and I'm on a random again, and I apologize for nothing. There, it's done, okay? The painting is done. I can do nothing more to the painting but paint the sides of the canvas black. I do that on all my paintings. Every painting I paint needs black lines because I don't have a frame for my canvases, and I honestly don't like the frames that you can get nowadays to these kind of canvases. It's all just a black wooden frame and there's no artsy lines or anything. I love a big chunky gold frame, but people don't really make that these days, and everything has to be so minimalistic and it's boring. So therefore I just paint the sides black, because otherwise they would just be half white and half whatever color has the, yeah, you know what I mean. It's a nice clean black line. It's pretty no matter what, and you don't have to think about a frame. Yeah, that's it. Enjoy these side by side pictures of my painting and the original painting. It's not my best work, but I am loving it. Anyway, I've had a rough week. This is the best I could do today. I'm so happy about that I finally painted this painting. I think I found it on Pinterest like 2 years ago, and it's just been on my to-do list forever, and now I finally did it. When you finally paint a painting you wanted to paint for a long time, it gives me such relief that yes, I did it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm gonna put my hair up in a bun again because I feel so gross with hair. It's just all sticky everywhere. I really hate it, but I look pretty, so I am melting. You know how I just said that the painting was by an artist I've never heard about? Yeah, I just checked. Yeah, this is my second painting of this painter, so my bad. Anyway.